Hey everybody, welcome to this week's episode of the Boardwalk Social Club Saturday afternoon concert series, starring the Boardwalk Social Club. And welcome everybody. Thanks for coming and watching our show every week. The Boardwalk Social Club Saturday afternoon concert series. Saturday afternoon concert series. Tuning up my guitar with this tuner from Dan. Gives me a tuner for Christmas every year. Okay. So every week there's a different theme to the show. And this week the theme is about a bass player named David Myers. The bass player who we call the father of the blues at the Jersey Shore, because he started a couple bands that went on to bigger and better things, but also because he has discovered or brought up a lot of good musicians along the way. He was like John Mayall is the British blues guy, who his band, the Blues Breakers. He's a great musician on his own, but he's almost more famous for introducing great guitar players like Eric Clapton or like Mick Taylor. They all played with John Mayall first. So Dave is kind of plays that role at the Jersey Shore. Anyway, start with something the key in G. Anyway, this is a song, Checking Up on My Baby, by Sonny Boy Williamson. But then it was covered by Taj Mahal, which he gave it this a more driving bass line. So this is a good example of like a song that Dave Myers is very good at playing with a very strong bass. Checking up on my baby, see what she's put down. Checking up on my baby, see what she's put down. So many nights and days she's been gone from this town. She didn't call, she didn't ring. She didn't call me on the phone. Baby didn't call, she didn't ring. She didn't call me on the phone. Good, I'm gonna get slick and get myself another chick. She didn't call, she didn't ring. She didn't call me on the phone. Bill didn't call, she didn't ring. She didn't call me on the phone. Yeah, I'm gonna get slick, get myself another chick. Checking Up on My Baby, Sonny Boy Williamson song. I think more people know it from the Taj Mahal version with that. The original doesn't have such a strong driving bass, but that's the way it's played now. thanks to Taj Mahal and Dave Myers. Let's see, moving on. I could give you a little history of Dave. He had a band in high school with his friend George Myers. He's still around, still plays. And I think he even went to see Jimi Hendrix as Jimmy James back in high school, when Jimi Hendrix was a guitar player for some R&B guy, maybe I don't know, I'm not sure which, but so then when Dave moved to this area, Dave Myers, he started a band with his friend Paul Dickler, I think at first, the Blackberry Blues Band. We also had a harmonica player, Paul Green, who was originally from a band called the Bank Street Blues Band. And I'm not sure who their drummer was originally. I think it might be Dave's friend, guy who might have moved to California. But the Blackberry Blues Band was a very powerful, they were like a power trio with a harmonica player, like Jimi Hendrix or Cream, and that really kind of set that's the sound of the Jersey Shore. It's kind of like a power trio and then a bunch of instruments added, and that's the roots of it to me. Anyway, Dave started I can't say he started the music scene at the Jersey Shore, but definitely the blues scene. He was a blues guy his main influences, I think, were when he learned how to play bass. He told me he was playing along with a B.B. King record and a James Brown album, and then Taj Mahal too. So those are Dave's blues roots. Anyway, the band Blackberry Blues Band went on to become the Asbury Jukes. First they got a different harmonica player, Southside Johnny, and then I think maybe he might have brought in Miami Steve, and then the band kind of changed direction, became more of a R&B, we're having a party kind of band. And I think both Dave and Paul Dickler left the band then. I remember Paul telling me the story about how maybe like a year after he quit his own band, hearing we're having a party on the radio while he was doing some terrible job. He had a lumber yard job, difficult physical labor job, and then hearing that song on the radio. Anyway, here's another song, same key, called Keep What I Got. This one Dave encouraged me to sing when I never used to sing. Big help to me. Before that, I just was a harmonica player, sideman. everybody. That's a Slim Harpo song. Keep What I Got. Yeah, Dave encouraged me to sing when I never did before, you know. That was a big help. Really helped me out. All those years that I just played harmonica with, you know, Big Danny or all the other bands. Excuse me. Anyway. Yeah, so Dave, today is Dave's birthday.
Hey.
Happy birthday, Dave. I'm going to play Happy Birthday for Dave Myers. Big hit for us. Happy birthday. Can't remember when I wrote that. Happy birthday, Dave. And as soon as we finished that song, he would go. The Beatles, Happy Birthday, even though we didn't know how to play it. I would say Paul McCartney is also a big influence on Dave. You might not admit it. A lot of people don't admit how much the Beatles influenced them. It's the most obvious thing, though. I don't think I would play if it wasn't for the Beatles. Remember the Beatles cartoon show on Saturday morning that started like this? Any kid could play that. It was brilliant to have just open string guitar thing. A lot of people bought guitars because of that, including me, I think. My parents, at least. Okay, back to Dave's history. Once he started the Blackberry Blues Band, which turned into the Asbury Jukes. He was also the first guy to get music at the Stone Pony, you know, original music, not a cover band. He convinced them to, you know, have a on and off night to have a band play, and it turned into a big thing. Yeah, Dave should get more credit for things like that. And then
he said he would like talk people into having music.
He's very good at talking places into having music and getting gigs. Really amazing. Yeah, I learned how to, you know, get gigs from Dave, like the whole thing of calling people up on the phone, bugging them over and over, and mailing them a thing. You know, I don't have to do that. I'm talking people into having music at their place. You know.
Charming.
Very charming and persuasive. And he got music, I mean, original music at the Stone Pony. And then the whole thing really took off from there. Yeah, after the Blackberry Blues Band, he also played with Billy Hector and the Renegade Blues Band, and then also Big Danny and the Boppers. Those were both great bands, you know. Good musicians. I guess that's around the time I met Dave. He was, when I first moved to Ocean Grove, he was booking this place called the Deck House. You know, a bar that never had music. And not only did he started booking national blues bands there, real great blues guys like my heroes were. I could walk across this little bridge in Ocean Grove, across the lake, and go see these bands that normally I would have to go to New York City to see. Coco Taylor, Roy Buchanan. One good night was Buddy Guy and Junior Wells. I got to hang out with Buddy Guy, sit at the bar, talk to him for quite a while. Very impressed. Junior Wells was not as impressive harmonica player. Maybe he was having a bad night. But Dave booked all these great shows at the Deck House, and they also had a open, I don't know, or a blues night, you know, like a jam night. So I think that's where I met Dave the first time. And then I went on to play with him with Big Danny, and that was a great band, Big Danny and the Boppers. we had a lot of funny experiences together. One was playing at my cousin's wedding, which, I mean, to book a band like that is like you're taking a chance to begin with. But I guess I can tell a story. All right, so we're playing at this wedding in Long Island for my cousin's wedding, and Big Danny's in the bathroom in one of the stalls, getting himself psyched up to play, and the bride's father was also in the bathroom, and he starts after hearing some suspicious sounds like snorting noises and things like that. He heard this guy go, "Oh yeah, we're gonna rock 'em, we're gonna rock 'em," and he bursts out of the stall and terrifies the bride's father. Yeah, you have to know what Big Danny looked like. He's like a walking hallucination. He's 500 pounds, big ribs, taller than me, big red beard. So anyway, I had a lot of great experiences playing with Dave. Dave and Big Danny were funny characters together. What's next? Oh yeah, I also have to mention how we lost our good friend Billy Ryan this week. Somebody that Dave and I both very close. We played a lot of gigs with Billy Ryan. Many times he'd be our guitar player or a second guitar player. Yeah, that Sunday, Billy. It's been a week. Billy died Sunday morning of COVID, and I've been thinking about that all week. Really gonna miss my friend Billy Ryan. But a lot of people wrote nice things about him, and I remember Katie said it's so weird how people write nice things only after you die. I think Billy would have liked to have known how many people loved him. But so anyway, that's what I'm doing now for the Dave Myers episode. Making sure people appreciate Dave while he's still around. Dave once told me the story about hearing a song called "In the Living Years" by Mike and the Mechanics, which the message is to tell people that you love them while they're still alive. So I love you, Dave, and all my other friends. All right. Yeah, Billy Ryan, we're really gonna miss him. Funny, one of his things was playing slow blues. I think that's when he was most comfortable, happiest, to play slow blues and have the band bring it down really quiet, and then to play for people, not at them or to them. He was very Billy Ryan loves slow blues, so maybe I'll play a slow blues song. Play a Billy Ryan guitar solo. Lord, I'm drifting like a ship out on the sea. Lord, I'm drifting, yeah, like a ship out on the sea. Ain't got nobody in the world who cares for me. If my baby won't surely take me back again. If my baby live out on the sea. I feel much better, dog. And at least I have a friend. My baby, oh, she'll take me back again. My baby, oh, she'll take me back again. Much better, dog. And at least I have a friend. Thanks, everybody. Slow blues song, Driftin' Blues. Charles Brown song. For Billy, Ryan, Dave Mars. So some of the things, the gigs that Dave and I played were, sometimes we played at the Shore Christian Center, a church that Dave used to go to, or the Gospel mini-series in Ocean Grove. You know, I don't think Dave would mind saying that that he has a strong Christian faith. So, you know, I mean, Dave was comfortable playing in bars, but he was also comfortable playing in church. And some of our best experiences were doing that, especially the Ocean Grove, the outside gospel series thing on the beach. We had one really good musical experience doing that.
Wow, is it so good?
It's hard to explain, but you know what happened. All right. You know, we played this outside gig. It was really nice. All our friends were there. Beautiful day. And I remember thinking, like, I was worried about something, but probably Dave being late is what I was worried about. And I was, you know, playing this song, and I said, well, I can just relax now. You know, I don't have to worry anymore. And then we were playing this song, maybe saying, I'm sorry I was late. I don't know. Anyway, here's that song, which we also played at Dave's wedding when he got married to Tony. Soon after that. This is a song by Skip James. He played it on the piano. Skip James was a bad blues guy who also did some spiritual numbers. I don't know. He's a complicated person. Wrong harmonica. Yeah, Walking in the Sea. It's a piano thing that I listened to and then wound up with this. In the sea, walk in the sea. Jesus and they came unto them. Walk in the sea, walk in the sea, walk in the sea. Jesus and they came unto them. Walk in the sea. Out on Galilee one night, the angry wind did lash and bite, and his disciples sailed in fright over the deep, blowing up cross-contrary winds, knowing not what might be the end. Jesus, he came and helped his friends by walking the sea. Walking the sea. Walking the sea. Jesus at night came unto them. Walking the sea. Walking the sea. Walking the sea. Jesus at night, he came unto them, walking the sea. I don't mean to right the wrong, that's why therefore it was so strong. So even against the shore alone, slave to be. Jesus appeared as white as lace, yeah, unto whom they looked for aid. Said it is I, be not afraid, I'm walking the sea. Walking the sea. Walking the sea. Jesus at night came unto them, walking the sea. Walk in the sea, walk in the sea. Jesus at night, he came unto them, walk in the sea. Thanks everybody. Walk in the Sea, Skip James song.
Isn't there something about a kite?
Oh yeah, yeah. Sometimes when we played those, church gigs, Dave would do a little preaching. Anyway, one time he told this story about how he bought his daughter a kite at the kite shop in Ocean Grove, an expensive kite that was shaped like a shark. He didn't really have the money to buy it at the time, but he couldn't resist because his daughter asked him, and then they took it to the beach to fly for the first time, and flying it out over the ocean and dove into the water. And now if you pulled too tight, it would break the line, and it was pretty far out there. It was winter. He couldn't really go and get it. So he's going, oh man, what am I going to do? Now we're going to lose this kite. And they're looking at the area where the kite, hit the water, and then it started to glow, getting like brighter, like in that spot there. Well, what is going on? Like brighter and brighter. And then the kite comes out of the water and comes walking towards them. Anyway, it was a scuba diver who was out, happened to be diving in that one spot, saw the kite land in the water, and then miraculously brought it ashore for them. So, Dave would have I don't know what his punchline was for that, I don't know what the message was. Something. I'm sure he brought it all together. Well, what could it be? I don't know. Trust in God, I guess. Okay, this is a song that Dave wrote called "You Gotta Give It All You Can." There's just no other way. This one would be like a big showstopper when he played it with Paul Dickler, like an intense guitar player. Dave would have a lot of dramatic stops and give Paul a chance to play this wild guitar thing. Anyway. Gotta give it all you can. There's just no other way. Gotta give it all you can. There's just no other way. Life is for living. This is for the raging beast. Give it all you can. There's just no other way. Gotta give it all you can. There's just no other way. Life is for living. Death is for raging beasts. David Myers' composition. Give it all you can. Well, I think that concludes the David Myers episode, David Myers Project. I don't know, I guess I'll do another one about Billy Ryan, the whole thing about him, but first time I played with Billy was through Dave, naturally, at the I think it was at the old T-Birds, the first year that they had the Jazz and Blues Festival in Asbury Park, started by our friends Bob Santelli and Eileen Chapman, and I think maybe Mel Hood from Jason's. Anyway, they started the Jersey Shore Jazz and Blues Foundation Festival, and the first year they had it was in like different bars spread out town. And that was the first time I played with Billy. It was me and Dave and Billy Ryan and maybe Steve Schreiger on drums, maybe even Too Tall Tom on guitar, I think. Those are some other guitar players Dave introduced to the world. Too Tall Tom and Too Tall Jerry, Tom and Jerry, never even put it together. But two different guitar players that he's played with over the years. Yeah, Dave has really brought a lot of Paul Whistler also, Dave played with Paul Whistler too. Paul Whistler and Billy Ryan were coming over every week we were doing this thing where we sat around here and played guitars for a while, and then had dinner. Katie would cook us dinner or cake or something. Billy Ryan had a sweet tooth. So those were good experiences, you know, even better than playing at a bar or something, just to sit around and play with your friends. Yeah, I'll miss doing that with Billy. Billy Ryan. Billy Ryan was on our first record, Hey Hey. Dave was on all of them. Dave, the first, you know, all the Stalkers records. Dave's the bass player. Once we did on one of our albums, one we recorded at Sonny's studio, we did an instrumental that Dave wrote for Mother. That was a good song too. So anyway, I guess that's it for this week's episode. Play our final song. We have a nice way of closing. This concludes the David Myers episode of the Boardwalk Social Club Saturday afternoon concert series. Thanks to everybody for watching, listening. Channel 11, WPIX. I think that's what channel we're on, I don't know. It's hard to believe, but I think this might be the 40th episode of this. Started thinking we'd do it for 2 or 3 weeks before we started playing on the boardwalk again. MJ and Sweet Joey suggested, you know, doing a concert, live stream concert. Who would have thought that 10 months, 11 months later, still like it was. I can't believe I'm still losing friends to this. Really terrible. Thought it would be over by now. I don't know. It's not over. Yeah, it's not over. I hope people understand that. It's not over. Okay. This is a song called We Have a Nice Way of Closing. Thanks everybody. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching every week.